Quick question for you. Have you ever looked at your aquarium and thought, why does this tank feel off? Plants are healthy, hardscape is clean, water parameters perfect, but somehow it still looks empty. Here's the key word you need to hear today: movement, and more specifically, schooling behavior. Because in a 20-gallon tank, you don't have room for mistakes. One wrong fish choice equals stress, chaos, or that awkward moment where everyone hides in one corner. Today, we're breaking down 7 schooling fish that hit the sweet spot. Right size, right behavior, right vibe. These are fish that swim together, frame your aquascape, and make people say, wait, this is only 20 gallons? If you've ever bought a fish that looked amazing in the store but ruined your layout at home, yeah, this episode is for you. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never choose schooling fish the same way again.
Fish fam, what's up and welcome back to the channel Rios's Fish Tank. I'm David and you're watching RT7, also known as Rio Top 7,
the daily segment where we break down 7 fish, 7 facts, and 0 nonsense every single day. In episode 3, we're diving into one of the most requested topics ever: the 7 best schooling fish for a 20-gallon aquarium. When people talk about aquascaping, most of the attention goes to plants, rocks, and wood. But let's be honest, without the right fish, even the most expensive layout can feel kind of dead. In a 20-gallon aquarium, this becomes even more critical. You don't have room for mistakes, oversized fish, or chaotic swimmers that treat your layout like a racetrack. That's why today, we're diving into 7 of the best schooling fish that genuinely work in a 20-gallon aquascape. Not just in theory, but in real tanks owned by real hobbyists who've made mistakes so you don't have to. Before we jump in, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, drop a comment if you've kept any of these fish before, and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's SDF episode. All right, let's swim.
Hey Fish fam,
Number 1,
what's up and welcome back to the channel Rios's Fish
The
Tank.
Harlequin Rasbora,
I'm David,
scientifically known as Trigonostigma,
also known as
heteromorpha,
Rio Top
is
7.
one of those fish that look simple at first glance until you really start paying attention. The genus name Trigonostigma comes from Greek, literally referring to a triangular mark, and yes, that's the iconic black patch on the rear half of its body. This patch isn't just a visual accent, it's a design signature that makes the Harlequin Rasbora instantly recognizable even from across the tank. Historically, this species comes from Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore, where it inhabits calm black water environments filled with leaf litter, soft lighting, and gentle flow. It has been part of the aquarium hobby since the early days of modern planted tanks, and to this day, it remains a gold standard for aquascaping. When it comes to care, the Harlequin Rasbora is basically that low-drama friend everyone loves. They prefer slightly acidic to neutral water, stable temperatures, and gentle flow, which just so happens to be exactly what a healthy aquascape already provides. In a 20-gallon aquarium, they're best kept in groups of at least 8, but 10 to 12 is the real sweet spot. The larger the group, the more natural and confident their schooling behavior becomes. They occupy the mid-water zone, rarely disturb the substrate, and almost never damage plants. These fish have manners. They glide through hardscape instead of crashing into it. Even during feeding time, they stay relatively organized, not the type to turn your tank into a chaotic school recess scene. Based on experiences shared across hobbyist forums and aquascaping communities, Harlequin Rasboras are often described as a safe choice, but not in a boring way. Many aquascapers say this is the fish that makes a tank feel complete. Once the plants grow in and the layout matures, Harlequin Rasboras tie everything together with smooth, consistent movement. On Reddit and planted tank forums, comments like, "They don't steal the spotlight, but without them, something feels missing," come up again and again. Some beginners even share stories of swapping Harlequins for more active fish, only to switch back later because their aquascape suddenly felt visually messy. In short, Harlequin Rasboras understand their role, not loud main characters, but supporting actors that make the entire scene work.
Number 2. Rummy Nose Tetra. The Rummy Nose Tetra, scientifically known as Hemigrammus rhodostomus or Hemigrammus bleheri, has one of the most instantly recognizable looks in the aquarium hobby, and it all starts with that bright red face. Unlike flashy fish that rely on big fins or bold patterns, the Rummy Nose plays it cool. A silver body, a sharply striped black and white tail, and a red nose that looks like it was dipped in neon paint. Native to South America, these fish come from the Amazon and Orinoco river basins, where they live in soft, acidic, slow-moving waters rich in tannins. Historically, Rummy Nose Tetras gained popularity not because they were easy, but because they displayed something aquarists rarely saw at the time: truly synchronized schooling behavior that looked intentional, almost choreographed. When it comes to care, Rummy Nose Tetras are honest fish. They don't pretend everything is fine when it isn't. They prefer warm, soft, acidic water, excellent filtration, and stable conditions. In a 20-gallon aquascape, they should be kept in groups of at least 8, though 10 to 12 is ideal for showing their full schooling potential. One of their most famous traits is that red nose coloration. When it's vibrant, the fish are happy. When it fades, something in the tank is off. Many aquarists joke that rummy noses are basically living test kits, and honestly, they're not wrong. They thrive in mature, well-planted tanks where water quality is consistent, and they reward that effort with some of the tightest, most mesmerizing schooling you can see in freshwater aquariums. Across hobbyist forums, Rummy Nose Tetras are often described with equal parts admiration and respect. Experienced aquascapers love them, while beginners are frequently warned to wait until their tank is stable. On Reddit and planted tank communities, you'll often see comments like, "Once you keep rummy noses, other schooling fish feel disorganized." Many hobbyists share stories of standing in front of their tanks, just watching the school move in perfect formation, turning corners together like a single organism. At the same time, there are plenty of cautionary tales, rushed setups, unstable parameters, and stressed fish with pale noses. The consensus is clear. Rummy Nose Tetras don't tolerate shortcuts, but if you meet their needs, they deliver one of the most satisfying visual experiences in aquascaping. They're not beginner-friendly stars, they're precision instruments, and in the right tank, they perform flawlessly.
Number 3. Zebra Danio. The zebra Danio, scientifically known as Danio ririo, is one of those fish that feels like it has been everywhere, forever. And honestly, that's not far from the truth. Native to South Asia, particularly India, Nepal, and Bangladesh, zebra Danios naturally inhabit streams, rivers, and floodplains with flowing water and plenty of open swimming space. They earn their common name from the bold horizontal stripes running along their bodies, which look almost hand-painted and give them a surprisingly graphic, modern appearance. Fun fact for the nerds in the room, this species is also one of the most studied fish in science, widely used in genetics and developmental research. So yes, the same fish in your aquascape might also be advancing human knowledge somewhere in a lab. No pressure. From a care perspective, zebra Danios are famously hardy, almost to a suspicious degree. They tolerate a wide range of water parameters, prefer slightly cooler temperatures than most tropical fish, and are extremely forgiving of beginner mistakes. In a 20-gallon aquascape, they thrive best in groups of at least 6, though 8 to 10 allows their natural behavior to really shine. They're fast swimmers and strongly prefer open horizontal space, making them perfect for long or river-style layouts. Stronger flow doesn't scare them. In fact, they often seem to enjoy it, darting into currents like they're training for an underwater marathon. One important note for aquascapers: they love the upper and mid-water zones, so leaving some negative space near the surface helps them look intentional rather than chaotic. When it comes to real-world hobbyist experience, zebra Danios are often described in forums as the chaos you can plan for. Aquarists consistently praise their toughness and longevity, but also warn that they bring a lot of energy. In planted tank discussions, many people mention that zebra Danios can feel overwhelming in very delicate or minimal layouts, especially if the tank is short or overstocked. On the flip side, aquascapers who design with them in mind, using long sight lines, directional hardscape, and open swim paths, often say these fish elevate the scape by adding life and movement that no plant ever could. The general consensus online is clear: zebra Danios are not background fish. They're motion, personality, and attitude. And when used intentionally, they turn a calm aquascape into something that feels alive, dynamic, and just a little bit rebellious.
Number 4. White Cloud Mountain Minnow. The white cloud mountain minnow, scientifically known as Tenenichthys albonubes, is one of those fish that quietly earned legendary status in the aquarium hobby without ever asking for attention. Native to southern China, this species was originally discovered near White Cloud Mountain, which is exactly where its common name comes from. For a long time, it was even believed to be extinct in the wild, making aquarium populations crucial to its survival. Historically, white cloud mountain minnows became popular because they were hardy, peaceful, and incredibly adaptable, especially during a time when aquarium technology was far less forgiving than it is today. In terms of care, these fish are refreshingly straightforward. They prefer cooler water compared to most tropical species, moderate flow, and well-oxygenated environments. In a 20-gallon aquascape, they thrive in groups of 8 to 12, where their subtle schooling behavior becomes more apparent. Their silver bodies, accented with soft red and gold highlights, look especially elegant against green plants and dark substrates. Unlike many active fish, white clouds move with restraint. They don't dart wildly or dominate the scene. Instead, they glide calmly through the mid to upper water column, making them ideal for nature-style or mountain stream-inspired layouts. Bonus points for aquascapers: they're completely plant-safe and won't uproot or nibble delicate growth. Looking at hobbyist experiences shared across forums and community discussions, white cloud mountain minnows are often described as underrated or secretly perfect. Many aquascapers admit they initially overlooked them because of their simple appearance, only to fall in love once they saw them in a mature planted tank. Forum users frequently mention how well these fish perform in unheated or lightly heated setups, making them a favorite for cooler aquascapes and outdoor-style designs. The general consensus is that white clouds bring a sense of balance and calm. They don't steal attention, but without them, the tank feels strangely empty. They're proof that not every great aquascape fish needs to be flashy. Sometimes, elegance comes from restraint.
Number 5. Cardinal Tetra. The Cardinal Tetra, scientifically known as Paracheirodon axelrodi, is often mistaken for the neon tetra, and to be fair, they do look like close cousins. But in the world of aquascaping, cardinals play in a completely different league. Native to the blackwater rivers of South America, particularly the Rio Negro and Orinoco basins, cardinal tetras evolved in soft, acidic water stained dark by tannins and leaf litter. That natural environment is exactly why their colors look so intense. A glowing electric blue stripe paired with a deep red band that runs the entire length of the body. Historically, cardinals became popular as aquascaping grew more natural and biotope-inspired, because few fish look more at home in a lush, planted layout. Caring for cardinal tetras is not difficult, but it does demand respect. They prefer warm temperatures, soft and slightly acidic water, and above all, stability. In a 20-gallon aquascape, they perform best when kept in a dedicated group of at least 8 individuals, though 10 to 12 allows their schooling behavior to feel more confident and fluid. Cardinals occupy the mid-water zone and swim with a calm, deliberate rhythm that feels almost cinematic. They're completely plant-safe and work especially well in layouts with darker substrates, dense background planting, and shaded areas where their colors seem to glow from within. Think of them as living LED strips, but classy ones. Looking at experiences shared across hobbyist forums, Cardinal Tetras are frequently described as worth the effort. Many aquascapers note that while cardinals can be sensitive during acclimation, once they settle in, they become remarkably steady and long-lived. On Reddit and planted tank communities, it's common to see people mention that cardinals don't immediately show their best colors, but after a few weeks in a stable, well-maintained aquascape, they suddenly light up. Some hobbyists even joke that Cardinal Tetras are introverts, quiet at first, but absolutely stunning once they feel safe. The overall consensus is clear. If your tank is mature and your parameters are consistent, Cardinal Tetras reward you with elegance, color, and a sense of depth that makes a 20-gallon aquascape feel far larger than it actually is.
Number 6. Ember Tetra. The Ember Tetra, scientifically known as Hyphesobrycon amandae, is proof that you don't need a big fish to make a big impact. Native to slow-moving tributaries in Brazil, this species comes from warm, plant-filled waters rich in organic matter and soft tannins. Compared to classic tetras, Ember Tetras entered the aquarium hobby relatively recently, but they quickly earned a devoted following, especially among aquascapers. Their tiny size and warm orange coloration make them look less like individual fish and more like floating sparks drifting through a planted landscape. Caring for Ember Tetras is refreshingly gentle. They prefer soft, slightly acidic water, warm temperatures, and low to moderate flow. In a 20-gallon aquascape, they truly shine when kept in larger groups. 10 to 15 individuals is ideal, and some aquascapers even go beyond that. Unlike tight schoolers such as Rummy Nose Tetras, Embers form a loose, cloud-like shoal that moves calmly through the tank. They spend most of their time in the mid to lower water column, weaving through plants and hardscape without disturbing anything. These fish are the definition of plant-safe, and their small bioload makes them perfect for densely planted layouts. Across hobbyist forums and aquascaping communities, Ember Tetras are often described as the fish that makes plants look better. Many aquarists share stories of initially underestimating them because of their size, only to realize how powerful their visual effect becomes in a mature aquascape. On Reddit and planted tank forums, it's common to see comments about how their orange coloration deepens dramatically once they feel secure, especially in tanks with dark substrates and lush greenery. Some hobbyists even joke that Ember Tetras act like background lighting rather than fish, always present, always glowing, and never demanding attention. The general consensus is that if your goal is harmony, subtle motion, and a natural aesthetic, Ember Tetras are one of the smartest choices you can make for a 20-gallon aquascape.
Number 7. Glowlight Tetra. The Glowlight Tetra, scientifically known as Hemigrammus erythrozonis, is one of those fish that doesn't scream for attention and somehow ends up stealing it anyway. Native to South America, particularly the slow-moving blackwater tributaries of Guyana, this species evolved in shaded environments filled with leaf litter and soft, tea-colored water. That natural setting explains its signature look, a slender silver body with a thin, glowing orange-red stripe that seems to light up under aquarium lighting. Historically, Glowlight Tetras became popular because they offered something different from flashy neon colors, subtle elegance that fits perfectly into natural aquascapes. Caring for Glowlight Tetras is pleasantly uncomplicated. They prefer soft to neutral water, stable temperatures, and gentle flow, making them an easy match for most planted aquariums. In a 20-gallon aquascape, they do best in groups of 6 to 10, though larger groups tend to bring out calmer and more confident behavior. They occupy the mid-water zone and swim with smooth, deliberate movements, never frantic or aggressive. Glowlight Tetras are completely plant-safe and work especially well in layouts with darker substrates, shaded areas, and contrasting green foliage, where their glowing stripe acts like a moving highlight line through the scape. Looking at hobbyist experiences shared across forums, Glowlight Tetras are often described as quiet overachievers. Many aquascapers mentioned that they didn't fully appreciate this species until seeing it in a mature planted tank. On Reddit and planted tank communities, people frequently note how Glowlight Tetras become more cohesive and visually striking as a group over time, especially once the tank settles and biofilm develops. Some hobbyists even joke that these fish behave like they understand composition, always moving in ways that complement the layout rather than disrupt it. The general consensus is that Glowlight Tetras are ideal for aquascapers who value balance, subtlety, and flow. They may not be the loudest fish in the room, but they're often the reason a 20-gallon aquascape feels polished, intentional, and complete.
So there you have it, 7 schooling fish that actually make sense for a 20-gallon aquarium. Each one brings a different kind of energy. Some give you tight, synchronized movement, some create a soft, flowing rhythm, and some add just enough chaos to make the tank feel alive, without wrecking your aquascape. Now, here's the real question for you. Out of these 7, which one is your pick? Are you team clean and cinematic, team natural and calm, or team fast and playful? Drop your answer in the comments. Tell me which fish you'd choose, and if you already keep them, share how they behave in your tank. Your experience might be the exact thing another fish fam needs to hear. And if this video helped you avoid a bad fish choice, do your future self a favor. Share this episode with a fellow fish addict, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for daily fish content. This is Alex, signing off. See you in the next RT7 episode.